I have been researching energy work and Shaktipat and Kundalini and all this stuff for well over 20 years. And I've now received what people claim as Kundalini awakening, Kundalini activation, Shaktipat, well over 50 different people. And I encourage you to do so. It's a very interesting experiment. Now you can do this in person, but there are also just YouTube. Just search on YouTube Shaktipat and just try their sessions. Because there are some people claiming certain lineages and blah, 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 blah. Great, lineages are brilliant until there's a weak link in the lineage and then everything breaks down, or that lineage from the offset is completely misguided, no matter how much they've studied. So it's very difficult to judge. The best way to judge is to do it yourself and see. And it's very, very interesting because some people who are claiming Shaktipat and things. Now, I'm not saying they're not moving energy. Well, some of them are very, very powerful. But what you will find, especially if you're very sensitive to energy, is you'll find one person will be a very, very strong energy in your head. Another one will be a very strong energy in your heart. Others will be moving your prana like crazy and, for better or for worse, moving your energy around. But is that Shaktipat? Is that awakening your Kundalini? For sure, it's connecting you to the energies. And to connect to the energies is a great thing. It's a powerful thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to put anyone down. But just, do search, watch videos, connect to the energies, and just see for yourself. Because whilst there are many ways of sending energy, depending on the elements they have mastered, some claim Shaktipat, and all it does is make your head basically explode, or your heart explode, which is brilliant. It means you are awakening your pineal, or your 6th chakra, or your 7th chakra, or your heart chakra. But that's not awakening your Kundalini. Shaktipat isn't just about energy transmission, it's about awakening your Kundalini. What does that mean? Well, if you look at everything, it means getting to a point where you connect, you awaken, and you experience things beyond this dimension. How do I know what I do is Shaktipat? That's a great question. It's interesting because when you take my courses and when you do Shaktipat with me, for the people that do it properly, and this is why it's not just a 1 week or 3-day thing. It's a minimum. Okay, if you've got lots of previous study, you can do it in 2 intense weeks with me. If not, there's an 8-week program that it's intense with me live, or there's a 52 self-week study where one of the weeks is Shaktipat. That comes at the end of the course. But for those that do the work properly, all reach the same experience, the same connection, the same understanding, the same knowing. the more they work at it, yes, the siddhis arrive. Different people get different siddhis at different times. What are siddhis? We could call them psychic abilities. Things that, if you read Autobiography of a Yogi, those weird things that happen, this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about understanding the connection, the visions that shamans and gurus and everybody talks about, even what religions hint at as the connections. Because most of the religions are on the right path, they've just got lost in controlling civilization. But when everybody experiences the same or very, very similar devil in the details, i.e. the distraction is in the details, but when everybody starts having the same experiences and not just pressure in the head or a body moving, but deep awakenings, that is a telltale sign, perhaps, that it is the right path. Perhaps I'm wrong. We are all working from ancient texts, so who knows? I might be wrong. But when you can connect and you can understand and you can, if you take your time once awakened to connect to the weather and you just know the weather that's coming, or you start having precognition, or you start having downloads of information of things that you cannot possibly know, not things you've read about and therefore arrived at a conclusion. That's not a download, that's called thinking. But when these things happen consistently, that's a good sign. So I highly encourage you to go and test, even if it's just on YouTube, research Shaktipat, go and sit, go and do the videos, because, okay, some of them are a complete waste of time, but others, they're very interesting. And as I said, you will feel with some people an exploding heart, others an exploding head, others will make your body move. But it's that point of connection. And also, we have to understand, just from, if you do one sitting of one YouTube video, Shaktipat, don't expect to get the full experience of Shaktipat at the same time if you haven't done lots of preparatory work. Lots of preparatory work can include internal alchemy, can include qigong, can include certain types of yoga. And I'm not talking about, when I say certain types of yoga, I'm not talking about a stretch in this position or moving your hands like this. I'm talking about the internal movement of yoga, which most people are completely unaware of. But get the right teacher, get the right type, it can happen. Just go have a try, have an experience, experiment. Because I could line up all the ones I've tested and I could give you a review of each one. But that's my personal experience of them. It's far more powerful because truth is never in language. It is through experience. You can't explain truth, you can only experience truth. So go and experience them for yourself and see what you think. Now on YouTube, it might take a little bit of research because the way the algorithm works, so because I research it a lot, I might get more videos come up than you do. Just keep researching it, because there are videos that are 2 years old, other videos that are 14, 15 years old. They're still very powerful. This is the thing, I say this in my videos. This energy is stored within the videos. It's not lost through time. It's amazing. So go. Remember to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification button, If you go and experience it and experiment, come back, leave a comment on the video, see what you think. See you in another video.